Welcome to episode number 9. This is in continuation of series Why, Where and How of Studying Abroad Part 2 Where. Hi, I'm Alok and I want to talk about the country that barely comes up in the study abroad conversation in India. Not USA, not Canada, not UK or Germany. New Zealand, the hidden gem of study abroad. और मैं जानता हूँ कि आप में से काफ़ी लोग अभी सोच रहे हैं, आलोक, न्यूजीलैंड सीरियसली? So yes, seriously, because here is what most people don't know. All 8 universities in New Zealand rank in the top 3% globally. The post-study work visa gives you up to 3 years, no employer sponsorship needed. The visa approval process is now fully online and faster than ever before. और 2026 में the government just made it even better for students. So today, पूरी picture, no brochure version, real numbers, real updates and audit trade-offs. By the end of this episode, you will exactly know whether New Zealand belongs in your plan or not. Section number 1. Why New Zealand deserves your attention. Let me start with what makes New Zealand genuinely different from every other country that we have covered in this series. Reason number 1. Safety. New Zealand consistently ranked as one of the safest country in the world. For Indian parents especially, एक बहुत ही बड़ा factor है. The crime rates are low, the cities are manageable, and Indian communities are well established in Auckland, Wellington, and Christchurch. Reason number 2. University quality. All 8 public universities in New Zealand are ranked in top 3% universities of the world. The University of Auckland alone ranked in the QS World Top 100. Otago is globally recognized for health science and research. Victoria University of Wellington is strong in law and public policy. These are not second-tier institutions. These are genuinely respected universities. Reason number 3. The lifestyle. ये थोड़ा different angle है, but hear me out. New Zealand offers something that no other English-speaking country quietly does. A high quality of life, natural beauty, manageable city size, and a culture that is genuinely welcoming to international students. It's not overwhelming as New York, not expensive as London. Students who go there consistently say it is one of the easiest transitions for an Indian student personally and socially as well. Section number 2. What does it cost to study in New Zealand? Now, let's talk money, real numbers. Number 1. Tuition fees. At New Zealand Public University for a master degree, you need 20,000 to 45,000 New Zealand dollars per year, which is roughly around 10.4 to 23.4 lakh rupees. ये UK से थोड़ा कम है, कनाडा के comparable है. Number 2, PhD. And this is where it gets really interesting. Several New Zealand universities offer PhD program to international students at a domestic tuition rate of 7,500 to 8,000 New Zealand dollars per year. That is approximately 3.9 to 4.2 lakhs per year for a PhD. If research is your goal, New Zealand is one of the most affordable PhD destinations in the whole world. Number 3, living cost. Immigration New Zealand mandates proof of 25,000 New Zealand dollars per year, which is around 13 lakh rupees for a living expense. Auckland is one of the most expensive city in New Zealand, budgeting around 18,000 to 22,000 New Zealand dollars annually. Hamilton, Dunedin, and Palmerston North are meaningfully cheaper, costing you around 13,000 to 60,000 New Zealand dollars per year. Number 4, visa fee. 375 New Zealand dollars, which is approximately 19,500 rupees. Plus a medical examination with New Zealand approved doctor around 5,000 to 8,000 rupees. Total first year cost, masters in New Zealand is tuition, living, visa and medical fee, which is roughly around 25 to 40 lakhs rupees for a first year. Over 2 years is 40 to 65 lakhs in all. I know not the cheapest option, but significantly lower than Australia or USA for a comparable quality of education. Section number 3. What's new in 2026 and the updates you need to know. Now, यहाँ से चीजें काफी interesting होती है because in 2025-26 have brought some genuinely exciting changes for students in the New Zealand, and very few people are talking about this. Update number 1. Work are increased to 25 hours per week. From November 2025, eligible tertiary students in New Zealand can now work up to 25 hours per week during semesters. Previously, it was 20 hours. That extra 5 hours per week at New Zealand $22 to $25 per hour minimum wages adds up to approximately 5,500 to 6,500 extra per year. During semester breaks, full-time work is also permitted. ये एक meaningful financial difference है for most students. Update number 2. New short-term graduate work visa from November 2026. From November 16, 2026, a brand new visa category opens. The short-term graduate work visa gives graduate who completed level 5 to level 7 qualification, minimum 24 weeks full-time, up to 6 months of open work rights after graduation. No employer sponsorship needed for these 6 months. This is specifically designed for students who don't qualify for full PSWV, but need time to find a job before moving to an accredited employer work visa. Update number 3. Post-study work visa expanding. Also from November 2026, PSWB eligible is expanding to cover level 7 graduate diploma holders who also holds any bachelor degree from New Zealand or overseas. So if you have an Indian undergraduate degree and complete a graduate diploma in New Zealand, you now qualify for PSWB. ये एक बहुत significant expansion है for many Indian students. Update number 4. August 26, skilled migrant category changes. From August 26, New Zealand degree will receive higher residency points than equivalent foreign qualifications, meaning studying in New Zealand gives you a direct point advantage when applying for permanent residency, or maximum required work experience for residency is being reduced to 2 years for some applicants, making the PR timeline faster. Section number 4, the post-study pathway. Let me talk you through the full pathway, that is from study to PR in New Zealand. Step number 1, graduate. Complete a level 7 or above qualification at an NZQA, that is New Zealand Qualification Authority accredited institution. This accreditation guarantees that a provider's courses met strict national standards and that your qualifications will be valued by employer and universities globally. Step number 2, the post-study work visa. Apply within 3 months of your student visa expiring. Master's graduate get up to 3 years open work rights, any employer, any role. PhD graduates get up to 3 years with 6 months additional buffer. And most importantly, आप सिर्फ एक बार ही PSWB ले सकते हो. So make the most out of it. Step number 3, work in high demand sectors. New Zealand has a green list of in-demand occupations like software engineers, ICT security specialists, database administrators, registered nurses, medical technologists, general practitioners. Apart from this, civil engineers, quality surveyors, construction project managers. अगर आप इन फील्ड्स में हैं, job finding is significantly easier and your residency points accumulate faster. Step number 4, apply for skilled migrant category residence. With a New Zealand degree plus New Zealand work experience in a skilled role, your SMC, that is skilled migrant category application, is significantly stronger. From August 2026, maximum required work experience is reduced to 2 years. So total timeline studied to PR in New Zealand is approximately 4 to 6 years, which is structured, clear and no lottery. Section number 1, scholarships available. Before I talk about the trade-offs, let me quickly cover the scholarships because New Zealand has some genuinely strong options for Indian students. Manaki New Zealand scholarship, it is fully covered by the government. It covers your tuition, monthly stipend and return airfare as well, but it is highly competitive. New Zealand Excellence Award, this is offered by Education New Zealand in partnership with universities and it allocates around 10,000 to 20,000 New Zealand dollars. This is specifically available for Indian students applying for post-graduation program. University of Auckland India High Achiever Scholarship. This one is for new Indian students enrolling in undergraduate or postgraduate degree. For this scholarship, strong academics are required. Now let's talk about the university specific awards. Otago, Victoria, Massey, Canterbury all offer scholarship for international students, but specifically for research. Scholarship application typically opens from 10 to 12 months before your intake. एक साल पहले से शुरू करो and it is standard and not excessive. Section number 6, the honest trade-offs. Now the honest trade-offs because every country has them. Trade-off number 1, that is distance. New Zealand is far and is very far from India. A flight from India to Auckland takes 12 to 14 hours with connections. It's not a quick trip home for festives or emergencies. ये emotionally significant होता है, especially for families who are used to being very close. So plan for it accordingly. Trade-off number 2, the job market size. New Zealand's total population is just 5 million people. The job market, especially for niche or highly specialized roles, is smaller than USA, UK or even Canada. If you are in IT, healthcare or engineering, you will be just fine. If your field is very specific or creative industry dependent, Auckland or Wellington may feel limiting compared to London or Toronto. Trade-off number 3, the salary levels. Starting salaries in New Zealand are lower than the USA or Australia. An IT graduate can expect 65,000 to 90,000 New Zealand dollars per year starting. That's just 33 to 47 lakhs. I know it is respectable, but not at a USA level. Cost of living is lower though, so quality of life balances out. Now, trade-off number 4, the one-time PSWB lifetime rule. You only get one post-study work visa in your lifetime. If you use it and then decide to go back for another degree, you won't get second PSWB. So use it wisely. Plan your post-graduation strategy before you graduate. In this last section, here is my honest take on New Zealand in 2026. It is generally one of the most underrated options for Indian students right now. Safe, high quality university, a real PR pathway, work rights that just improved, A government that is actively making it easier and not harder for international students. See, कोई भी country perfect नहीं है. New Zealand has trade-offs as well. Distance, job market size, salary levels. But for a student in IT, healthcare, engineering or research who values quality of life, a structured PR pathway and a genuinely welcoming environment, New Zealand in 2026 is a very serious option. Next episode, we will discuss the country Australia, the country that was everyone's first choice just 3 years ago, and now the reality in 2026 is very, very different. Please like, share and subscribe and follow us on Instagram or comment में बताओ, is New Zealand on your list? Tell me your field, I'll tell you if it makes sense for you or not. And I'll see you in the next episode.